Hey folks, so I'm trying to set up a shot here. It's in the evening, but I mean the film that I'm making it's going to take place in the morning, so it doesn't really matter as long as the light's low. So I've kind of framed a shot here, and I thought about the way I framed this shot. So I didn't want anything in the frame that I can't easily move, so I had to clean up my area a little bit. I took all the shoes out of the frame. I have some plants and some other things over here. But it'll just be easier to redo the shot later, or if I need to come back to the same place and try to do it again later. I don't know. Um, One thing I'm learning though is that cats do not like to participate in filmmaking. Um, but yeah, I'm going to try to film my shot here where I just give my cat the food she doesn't like. So you'll notice also I have some lighting here. Oh, there she is. Okay, I'm going to show you now how to use iMovie to start bringing in your recordings, your clips that you've recorded, and start building your movie. So we're going to open iMovie. We're going to hit the plus sign, start a new project. We got a movie. Now you're going to see my camera roll, so I hope everything looks fine. It does, just dogs and cats. If you're recording on your phone, then you just select it right off your camera roll. So let's say this is the shot that we're going to use. As you're noticing here, I have a few takes on of Nugget looking at her dish. I think it's this one, but obviously when you select content to add to your timeline, make sure you're doing the right one. Oh no, I just want to select one, hit create movie. So now we have the footage. So you can see me scrolling through this. You may have run the camera for a while and done a few takes, but that's what you do. You bring in your shot, okay? I'm going to show you now how to trim the clip. So once you have your footage, you probably aren't going to keep everything on there. All you do is you tap on the piece of footage that you want to modify, and then you're going to see some options in the bottom here. Specifically trimming, which isn't on the bottom. You just pull the yellow sides in and out, and you'll actually see in real time what's going on the screen. So I want this to start right when I put this down. Okay, so there's that. And now I can scrub through, and eventually Nugget shows up. There it is. Okay, so I actually want that to happen right away. So I'm going to take a look at those shadows in the background. Okay, I want to split it here. So what I'm going to do is stop, tap on the thing and hit split. So now I have cut that piece of film in half. And if you're doing transitions or something, this is where you can do something silly like a wipe. Watch that. Oh, it didn't even show it. Let me see if it shows up here. Take a 2-second wipe between these two. Try that. Oh yeah, you could see the wipe happening in Magic. It's a wipe because it's confusing because the scene itself isn't really changing. So yeah, anyways, we want to delete that. I don't want that transition there. None. Okay. So there's no transition, and I'm going to cut this other side. I might remember right when I set the bowl down. There it is right there. Okay. So now if I play it all, it's a jump cut, but it's an invisible jump cut because the scene hasn't changed. If the camera was moving, it would be more obvious, but you can kind of see that shadow pop in and out in the bottom right there. This is just one example of how to use iMovie. I'm going to show you how to bring in more footage as well now. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you was how you can use footage outside of what you actually recorded. So I talked in the first diary video about using stock footage. So this is a clip that I found, and I talked about this earlier. Here we go. So I want just like this beginning part of this film. I want to use it. Actually, this is a really cool piece because there's a bunch of shots of different places in the world, so you can go wherever you want in your movie. But anyways, I want to use this in my iMovie project. So I'm going to pause this. So if you find on archive.org footage you like, you got to scroll down and look for the download button. It's coming. So there it is. Okay, so you want the MPEG-4 version. So what you do is you hold down on this link and then you hit download linked file. Okay, so the file will download. I'm going to stop downloading it because, well, I've already done this earlier. Where does it go? So on your phone, you'll have something called files, your iPhone. And what I actually did was I made a folder on my iPhone area here, and I called it film. So you make a folder by clicking that button, click new folder. And then there should be a downloads folder. Okay. And this is where the Wonderful World thing will get downloaded. I believe I've already moved this over to my film folder. Nope, I haven't. All right, so I'll show you. So my downloads folder, Wonderful World. So find the file. I'm going to hold on to it here. Move, film, copy. Okay, so now on my iPhone film, Wonderful World is there. Okay, so where do we go with this? Now jump over to iMovie, and I click the plus sign. This is when you can start adding new content to your timeline. You can actually use your camera right in the app and start filming there if you want. But I'm going to click on Files. It's a video, but it's in my Files folder. As you can see, I had it in my Downloads folder. You can add it right from your Downloads, but my tip is to try to be organized, make a folder. Add to movie. Now I've got this huge thing. All right, so it's a 43-minute film, so this is like a big thing. But if I actually I'm going to show you. This is the fastest way to do it. I'll scroll back. Where's the footage that I want? It's a very long thing, as you can see here. Eventually we'll get there. This diary entry is going to be forever. Okay. This is not in the part of the film where this happens, but I'll put it in the timeline. So I think, yeah, maybe starting right there will be nice. Remember, hit split, click on the stuff before, hit delete. So now that's the beginning. And I want to see the world, and I don't want to see Wonderful World. I want to just see. So you can be really specific where you cut. Okay, I'm just sliding back and forth here. Boom. All right, tap, split. Okay, and it's actually kind of funny is there's another space here. Yeah, right there, split. So I'm going to get rid of this. Hit delete. Okay. And I think right there is good. Split. So now what I have selected here, that's like the 41-minute film. Just delete it. So now I just have the footage that I could use because I remember aliens are going to come visit me. So I'm going to use that later. So that's how you add something to your film that's not something you filmed. Remember the different types of transitions, right? A fade to black, for instance, might look good right here. You choose the length of it by clicking the bottom. Let's take a look what this looks like. And now it fades to black, and we have that. I think that would be a cool transition to use, a fade. Other transitions, like we said, a wipe. That's what it looks like. We're not making a Star Wars flick, so we won't use that. Dissolve. Okay. Again, use transitions sparingly and like precisely based on what you're trying to do with it. But I hope that this video has shown you how you actually use the iMovie app. I'm pretty confident that I can do the whole film in this. And in fact, this is like the easiest process I've seen. In the next video, I might talk about audio. I'm going to be recording and bringing in some music. So as you can see, there's no audio on my phone. There are built-in sound effects. I'm probably not going to use those. And there are built-in soundtracks too. So you might consider that stuff, but I'm going to make my own soundtrack because I'm extra. Okay. This has been a long video. I hope this has been somewhat helpful. Let me know if you have questions. Reach out, and I hope the audio sounded fine in this video because I'm recording it in a weird way. All right, peace. Goodbye.